Can I read them together? Most obliged. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, brackets 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Energy on a matter of national concern regarding the handing over of a massive cooking gas handling facility to a private firm. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Kenya Pipeline Company, KPC, has been left counting losses amounting to millions of shillings after its plan to develop a 30,000 metric ton liquefied petroleum gas, LPG facility in Mombasa, aimed at making gas more affordable and accessible to consumers, was halted. The project will now be undertaken by a private firm, Asharami Synergy, leaving KPC to bear the costs of preparatory work already completed, as Kenya Petroleum Refineries Limited has now announced that it will lease 23.19 acres of its land to Asharami Synergy on a 31-year lease to develop, operate, and maintain the plant. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1. Reasons why the plan by the Kenya Pipeline Company to develop the cooking gas handling facility in Mombasa was quashed and the project handed over to Asharami Synergy, which is a subsidiary of Sahara Group of Nigeria. 2. Circumstances leading to the decision by the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to hand over the gas handling facility to Asharami Synergy rather than allowing KPC to undertake the project. 3. Whether Kenya Petroleum Refineries Limited followed the law and laid down procedure in leasing the 23.19 acres of the pipeline land on which the facility lies to the said firm. 4. The process of selection of a company to develop the gas handling facility, including details on all received proposals, as well as the justifications for contracting Asharami Synergy to construct and operate the facility on a 31-year lease. 5. How KPC plans to recover the Kenya shillings 192.64 million taxpayers' money brought out during the Office of the Auditor General's review of the KPC's financial results for the year ending June 2024 that was spent in undertaking studies, including demand survey, environmental and social impact assessment, front-end engineering designs, and the estimated cost of the project. Signed, Andrew Omtatah, Senator. My second statement, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, brackets 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on a matter of national concern regarding the withdrawal of 19,707,023,504 Kenya shillings from the Consolidated Fund under the vote item State Officers' Salaries, Allowances, and Miscellaneous in January 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, according to the Statement of Actual Revenue and Net Exchequer Issues for 2024-2025 financial year, published by the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning through Gazette Notice number 1864, which unfortunately was misdated as having been published on 10th February 2024. It ought to read 10th February 2025. The budgetary allocation for this vote item was Kenya shillings 4,209,674,431. This amount covers salaries and allowances for the President, Deputy President, judges, Attorney General, Auditor General, Control of Budget, members of constitutional commissions, and other state officers. Mr. Speaker, sir, the monthly estimated disbursement should average 350,806,203 shillings. However, by 31st December 2024, the cumulative disbursement stood at 1,723,787,530 shillings, implying an average of Kenya shillings 287,297,922 per month. Accordingly, the expected cumulative figure for January 2025 would have been approximately Kenya shillings 2,011,085,451 shillings. Yet, the cumulative payment reported by the end of January 2025 was Kenya shillings 21,708,109,025 shillings, indicating an overpayment of 19,707,023,504 shillings, 574 shillings in a single month. Notably, in February 2025, the reported monthly disbursement dropped back to Kenya shillings 301,385,053 Kenya shillings, bringing the cumulative amount to Kenya shillings 22,091,494,078 shillings as per Gazette Notice number 3354, which unfortunately is also misdated as having been produced on 10th February 2024 instead of 10th February 2025. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the justification for the payment of Kenya shillings 19,707,023,574 in January 2025 against an expected monthly allocation of approximately 287,297,922, and why this amount was recorded under state officers' salaries, allowances, and miscellaneous. 2, disclosure of the recipients of the excess 19,707,023,574 shillings, including a breakdown of payments and confirmation of whether any new employment or reclassification occurred within that month. 3, clarification on who authorized the withdrawal of the unbudgeted Kenya shillings 19,707,023,574 from the Consolidated Fund, and whether the withdrawal followed the due process under the Public Finance Management Act and the Constitution of Kenya 2010. 4, the remedial steps taken by the National Treasury, including whether investigations have been initiated, if the funds are being recovered, and what actions are being taken against responsible officials. 5, the measures instituted by the National Treasury to prevent similar unauthorized withdrawals from the Consolidated Fund in future, including internal control reforms and audit mechanisms. Signed, Andrew Omtatah MP, Senator from Busia. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
The Senator for